disliked in the UK by wife John Krasinski due to his Americanism, according to Emily Blunt. The UK and other countries adore actors John Krasinski, 43, and Emily Blunt, 39, for their parts in classics including The Devil Wears Prada and the US version of The Office. As Emily disclosed the one Americanism that frequently caused John to receive the icy shoulder in Britain, the couple once acknowledged that John wasn't always that welcome there. The BBC host once questioned Emily's husband about if the English needed to apologize for not being welcome when he first arrived in the UK in a recently found interview from The Graham Norton Show. "I did tell him that he would be more welcome if he stopped wearing a baseball cap," Emily recalled about her husband's outfit when he first came in Britain. "I simply remarked, 'You look so American.' Baseball caps aren't worn by anyone," she continued, despite John's objections that this seemed unjust. Then John made a joke about how he was a victim of prejudice, while Emily countered that she only wanted him to blend in more. However, Emily continued by saying that John had made an effort to dress more formally. She said to Graham, "He went out and bought himself a tweed flat cap and he looked awesome, like something out of a Guy Ritchie film." He then continued along the street, and it appeared as though the sun had emerged when suddenly a man turned to him and asked, "All right?" As the audience chuckled, Emily continued, "John acknowledged on the program that while most people are so welcoming, customs officers at airports in the UK were not so much." John continued by saying that he would fly back and forth to see his wife and kids when Emily was filming in Britain, and he was filming a different production in Montreal, Canada. Hazel, 8, and Violet, 6, are the two girls that John and Emily have together after their marriage in 2010. "I remember going through customs and everything was fine. But then one week I got unlucky and I got a guy that seemed about my age," the Office actor said to Graham. "He gave off an uneasy vibe. He questioned, 'You an actor? From what do I know you?' I responded, 'Well, I don't know whether you know this, but we created an American take on the British Office. One Strike.' 'Oh, I adore that program,' John exclaimed, drawing a stony expression and mimicking the customs official. The English version. "I thought, I get it." John continued by recalling that when he was asked who he was visiting, he said that he was visiting his wife. The airport employee inquired as to whether John's wife was an actress and if he would recognize her from anything, and John replied that he wasn't sure. The filmmaker of A Quiet Place claimed that after he revealed his wife's identity, the situation soon changed. Then, John recalled, he asked, "What's her name?" "And as I was writing something, I said, Emily Blunt." He then exclaimed, "You." Looking up dramatically, John shouted, "You." And after I confirm with him that I do, he responds, "Okay, leave now." He was furious as he stamped my passport. John's most well-known role is that of Jim Halpert in the American version of The Office, which he played from 2005 to 2013. More recently, John and his wife Emily co-starred in the horror series A Quiet Place, which saw him make his debut as a mainstream filmmaker in 2018.